Hey guys, happy Sunday. Just a small reminder that I will be going live today at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure that Sunday, today of all days, that you are here for this live stream. It will be also an open panel, so please do not hesitate to come up and speak your piece. However, early this morning, I saw that the girls did an upload, Malia, and Zoca, and I decided to update you guys that I was going to go live. I said I wasn't yesterday, but I am going to go live because I noticed, and I'm not going to make it seem like while I was looking at this live that I noticed it. It took me a second time as I was doing my edits that where is EFURU? Does anyone see EFURU in this live? Now, there could be a couple of possibilities that EFURU was sick, couldn't get on live. I don't know what it can be, but I know that she's not in a live stream. Now, we know in the past, Nature Boy used to take one of the people out of the equations, one of the girls, one of the guys. Then we would question it in the public where that member was. Did they leave? Now, I don't think this would be the best time. So let's just say, if you're listening, Carbonation Girls, some of what Nature Boy tells you to do, and one being if you took EFURU out of the equation to get the attention of the audience, that would be the wrong way to do it, especially if you needed $15,000 for lawyer fees. Because if EFURU is still there, but she was not in this live, you're just reminding us that we are going to keep our Babylon money in our pockets, guys. Because why would we help people that are still trying to trick our minds from a distance like they have been doing for a few years on social media with when they go live? Like, say if Velvet was still there, they would tell Velvet not to be in the video, so people would inquire and want to tune in more. It is a good social media tactic to do to get views, but right now when you need money, I don't think that this being a sensitive situation that they should play around like that. So what it appears to me, because they are all dropping like flies, you know, I do predict Aya and EFURU probably leaving before Malia and Zoca. Malia definitely, if I had to make a pick just one person that I think would stay through the long haul, would be Malia and True. They're going to stay probably to the bitter end. That's just my prediction. Now, EFURU leaving is not a surprise because they all have had time to sit with themselves. That's all they really need is time to sit with themselves. I think that if EFURU did leave, because we do not see her in the live, please comment down below in this premiere, but we do not see her in the live. So I want to say this to you, and I want to stress this to you because these Carbonation members have, you know, habits of going on to interviews and other platforms. We know that they are the biggest narcissists and scammers. However, they like to throw salt on channel holders' names and say that people are lying on them. I want you to see in this premiere, where is EFURU? The question is going to remain, where is EFURU? Now, if they pop up again, I repeat, if this girl pops up on a live tonight, which will be July 17th, 2022, this will further let you know that they are scammers. They're trying to reprogram and brainwash your mind like their minds are, and that these are unhealthy entities like they have always been. We will be going live again at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to talk about this further, to discuss what is the game plan? Why isn't EFURU in this live? Is she sick? Did they purposely not put her in the live? Where is EFURU at? And if we see her, and I repeat, if we see her, Carbonation Girls, going forward in videos, that's further going to let us know that you guys need help. Because there's no time for you guys to be playing games when you are living off of one check, which is truths. You have no income of your own to hold your own weight, and you're living back in Cookie's house allegedly. And I think that this is probably the only glue that's holding all of these 𝗪𝗏 Nation members together is Cookie. And if Cookie got on some brand new stuff today, it wouldn't be no 𝗪𝗏 Nation. They would have to be forced to go home. So I also want to bring up a little slime ball tactic that I know that they're not responsible for, but Nature Boy is. He's controlling them behind these prison walls on these phone calls that he's entitled to get. And they're playing music of the 𝗪𝗏 Nation members, the guys, the disciples that have left, trying to run a guilt trip is what I take from them trying to play these beautiful, I will say, pieces of work, because they are talented brothers when it comes to their music. They left, and you should leave. I can't believe that Nature Boy would get to his lowest point where he would do this, have the women go on live and run a guilt trip from a distance to the ones that have left, because he knows that they're in a weak state mentally. They could fall easily back into the trap, especially if things are not what it appears in the real world. They could start to make it make sense and say, well, this is what Nature Boy taught us all along. And nothing's going right for me, because we always want that thing to happen with anything in life, like right away. And if they're not seeing progress, even though they're getting a sense of peace, freedom, peace of mind, freedom, but things are still not, quite right. And they're having to like look in the mirror at themselves, which people seldom do. We try to numb ourselves with drugs and alcohol a lot of times because of the simple fact we don't want to deal with our demons. They could slip back into habit and go back and support the women and support the $15,000 that needs to be raised in order to get Nature Boy out of prison. So right now they're desperate. Nature Boy's desperate. It makes a lot of sense, them trying to recruit the dudes back in the 𝗪𝗏 Nation, because if a lot of them get like residual monthly incomes like SSI or SSDI checks, which I'm quite sure a few of them do, and have been sent going over to 𝗪𝗏 Nation, and that's probably one of the ways that they were able to stay that long with Nature Boy without Nature Boy trying to find an excuse to put them out. They could all put that money back together and easily come up with that $15,000 retainer for a new lawyer. So we're going to see how this all plays out. It is a real unfortunate situation that Nature Boy is, yet again, he's found a way to manipulate them from a distance and utilize these women, utilize True, and he's going to continue to utilize these people until he, gets them to burn out. And then we all know that the knowledge that all of them speak, they're broken souls. They are the weakest links. They are people in society, obviously, that are, followers and not leaders. I mean, I don't care how tough they get up here on social media. They all act like that. But we all know that they're easily to be influenced. And this is definitely at the highest captivity of being influenced, what Nature Boy has them doing now. And that's playing, these guys' music, doing the guilt trip live stream. Just a lot of things are just questionable. But I think what is really questionable at this point now, but not surprising, is why wasn't EFURU in this live? And I'm going to keep stressing it because we know that they'll try to make it make sense to the public. That's what narcissists do. They try to make everything make sense. But we're going to get down to the bottom of all of this foolishness with these women and what's going on with EFURU and why are they doing this guilt trip on these dudes? Are you in a bind right now financially? Obviously they are, because you know Nature Boy runs all his business, so we know that they get a food stamp card, but unless they sell their food stamps, I don't think that's equivalent to the amount of money that they need for a new lawyer. So right now they're being real desperate. It seems like they're begging. Maybe if EFURU did leave, that is also a very good thing. But also, it's also a very good thing to the women, because it's one less load off of having to feed. And then their personal products and all the things that they also need in order to survive out here in the real world. Because I know a lot of funding is going to making sure that Nature Boy is eating inside of jail. Now, we all know that that's going to be short-lived if he ends up getting indicted and he has to serve some time. Even if he does a plea, I believe, and this is just my opinion, I don't know the statutes of limitations or the laws of any of these states. I think that he's going to do some sort of time. So it's just not looking good. They definitely are falling apart. They've been falling apart. This is even when they were together. But they're definitely falling apart. And I think that it's just a matter of time before the rest of them drop. And I think the only one might still be standing, like I said again. And if she leaves, that's only because she might feel uncomfortable just being there with True and Cookie. I think the last one that's going to be standing is Malia. But stay tuned. Again, we're going live today at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully you guys can join us and on my main channel in the live chat, where you guys can come up and it be an open panel is welcome to you.